class 10 for class 10, and today's topic, as we are on this chapter of the rise of Gandhi and freedom movement of India. So as this chapter is almost half chapter is discussed and one lecture I have already given you before. So today I will give you the second lecture on this chapter. So today we will mainly discuss about the Indian freedom movements, the last great movement of India's freedom movement, as we all know, the Quit India movement. So today we will discuss about the Quit India movements and the INA, that is the Indian National Army, and how the India get independence. Today we will discuss all these things. So as all of you know that India, after getting independence in 1947, so before getting this independence, this is a very long journey for India to getting this independence. So in earlier classes I told you how India's fight is two great movement. Before that, one is non-cooperation movement, then civil disobedience movement. After that, no major movement happened in India till 1942. So in this year 1942, again another big movement start, which is known as Quit India movement. Quit India movement, the slogan of this movement is do or die, under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi. So as you have to know that from 1939 there was one untoward incident happens in the world, that is the Second World War. In this Second World War, Britishers also involved the Indian peoples. So Gandhi is not ready for that. He don't want India to be participated. But as India is under the British territory, so British also involved the Indian peoples into the movement, into the war. So which angered the common people of India very much. So after that, Gandhi, lot of discussions are happened between the Indian National Congress and the British government, but no ultimate solution came. And finally, in 1942, Gandhi declared after Bombay session, in All India session of Bombay, at this session it is decided that India will launch its last movement for independence, which is known as Quit India movement, under the leadership of Gandhi. So this is the reason that fear and anger of the peoples, and another reason is that Japan is so much aggressive at that time. So there was a fear that if the Indians support the Britishers, that Japan may attack on India also. So if the Japanese attacked the India, so it will be a worst situation for the Indian people to handle the situation. So to show the Japan's government that we are against the Britishers, we are not supporting, so Gandhi launched this Quit India movement throughout the country. So before the starting of the movement, just before the starting of the movement, British government want to suppress this revolt. They arrest all the leaders of the Congress, including the Gandhi, but still unable to stop the movement, because how many people they can arrest? All the leaders are arrested, but still common people and small leaders are there who is able to organize the people. So all the people coming out of the home, including the men, women, students, and each and every section, from each and every section of this society, all of the people came out of the home, and then they started movement against the British government. The condition of the British government dynasty in India was getting very much worst at that time. Another important thing is that the people who joined the movement started to destroy the railway station, telegram lines, and they also destroyed the various government offices. So this gave a heavy jolt to the British government. So in between this time, finally this movement was getting finished in 1945. And between this time, another important things happened, that throughout the country, people from not only from a particular place, but throughout the country, people participated in this movement. So all of you know that the slogan of the Indian National Congress, which is given by Indian National Congress for the movement of Quit India, which is known as do or die, karo ya maro. That means it is the last movement of Indians by the Indian National Congress to gain the independence. Either we get independence, either we will die. So this is the main motto of this movement. So after this movement was finished in 1940 or 44 or 45, in between this time there was a lot of problems all around the India was happening. And in between, finally, British government was also agreed on to give India independence, and India make its way towards the independence, and then this movement finished. Now, our next topic, according to your book, it is given that Indian National Army, INA. So, Indian National Army was established in the year 1941. Okay, so under the in 1942 or 43, like this, in this time, Indian National Army was established. So this Indian National Army was first established by Captain Mohan Singh. So many Indian people are there who are earlier working under the British government, but as a army. But after some time they leave India and go in other places. So at first Mohan Singh was able to united all these armies, and then they formed the Azad Hind Force or the Indian National Army. So after that, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, as all of you know, he is also getting involved. He is earlier the president, 2 times president of the Indian National Congress. But due to his arrogancy and all these things, British government wanted to catch Subhash Chandra Bose. So he left India and formed this Indian National Army with Mohan Singh. And he was as a supreme commander, elected as a supreme commander of Indian National Army. So after that, this Indian National Army was started working from outside the country, and they, with the help of the Japan and other countries, this Subhash Chandra Bose and his army gradually started to come towards the India, and they came up to the Manipur and all Nagaland region also. So after coming out there, they give a threat to the British Empire because this INA was getting very much strong with the support of the British and Russia. So at that time, they almost captured the area of the Impol, Kohima and all these things. In between this time, Netaji gave one slogan that "Give me blood, I'll give you freedom." So this is the famous slogan. All of you know that the slogan is given by Subhash Chandra Bose, that "Give me blood, I'll give you freedom." So in between this time, but ultimately after some time, when the Japan lost the battles in World War and America is doing bombing, so Japan get totally collapsed and INA lost its supports and weapons. So because they are unable to get the weapons and all which they earlier got from Japan and other countries. The countries from where they got, they all lost the battle of Second World War. So ultimately the INA is also get collapsed. So in between this time, in 1945, after the Second World War finished, almost it is came to be decision by the British government that India will get independence, and in between this time, election also happened in England, and here the Labour Party wins the election. This Labour Party was somehow sympathetic towards the Indian people. So they told that India will get independence thoroughly after studying all these things, after taking decisions in each and every matter. India will get independence. So in this way, India make its way towards the independence. So at that time, cabinet ministry was also formed in India under the Indian National Congress. Election was also happened, but Indian Muslim League reject this election. They boycott this election. They don't want to participate. They now started giving slogan of the separate country for the Hindus and Muslims. So in between this time, communal riots started throughout the India. It's mainly give impact on the Bengal. So there was a huge problems arise in between the Indians people, and which told that people should divided among the Hindus and Muslims. The communal riot started all over the India. After that, cabinet mission came to India. Okay, so British Prime Minister Clement Attlee sent cabinet mission to India to study the conditions of India and which basis India will get independence, and after some time what measures should need to be taken and how the India will get independence. So in this way it is decided that cabinet mission come, and after that one declaration has been done. On this declaration, after starting all these things in June 1947, one declaration has been done by Lord Mountbatten, who was the Viceroy of India at that time, that the main feature of this declaration are, there is 4 main features are there, I am reading it, that India was to be partitioned, that India will get partitioned which two countries will be formed. One is India or another one is Pakistan. And then a referendum could be held in Northwest province to ascertain whether their inhabitants wanted to join or India or Pakistan. In the Northeast frontier provinces, in the area of the Jammu Kashmir and other areas, it is decided given on the people that if they wanted to join India or Pakistan. And another one is that the provincial legislature of Punjab and Bengal will decide whether these provinces will be partitioned or not. The Bengal government or the head of the Bengal or Punjab will decide that whether their province will get partitioned or within India. And then other native states, which is small states, which is under the king rule of British Dominion and which is ruled by the king, but British government control them. These small states have given the rights to decide whether they want to join India or Pakistan. So in this way, British government make the way for the India's independence. And after that, all these things has been happened, and then in Indian Independence Act 1947 was passed by the British government in British Parliament in July 1947. In this act, it is said that India and Pakistan will get independence on 15th August 1947. Two dominions, India and Pakistan, will be established, and each dominion have a governor general appointed by the king. The legislature of both the dominions were fully empowered to make their laws. So in this way, India's Independence Act was passed by the British Parliament, and they give rights to various provinces to decide whether they will stay in India or in Pakistan, and Governor General will be there who will guide the India's peoples regarding all these measures of the administrative system. And side by side, India will remain under the British Commonwealth nation. All these things has been declared, and India will be divided into the two countries. One is India and another one is Pakistan. And finally, after all these things, on 14th August, British government declared Pakistan as an independent country, and on 14th August after midnight, after 12, that is on 15th August, it is declared India. In 1947, it is declared India as an independent country, and from that time, India got its independence. So with this chapter is finished. So I hope all of you understand the chapter, and regarding this, in this way, India, after doing lot of movements, first started from Sipai Mutiny. After that, lot of movements and various things was done by the country people to getting independence from the hand of the British, and finally under the leadership of the Mahatma Gandhi, three important movements was done. One is non-cooperation movement, and another one is civil disobedience movement, and lastly Quit India movement. So after all these movements, India finally get its independence in 1947. British left the India after 15th August, before 15th August 1947, and India get its independence. So I hope all of you understand all the topics that I have discussed. Now if you have any questions or doubts, you can ask me on my Facebook ID or on my WhatsApp. So all of my students, all of you have my number. If you have doubt and if you don't understand any particular topics, then you can easily ask me. So today, up to this, so as the COVID-19 pandemic is going on all your schools is closed, so I request all of you to remain stay at home and follow the guidelines which is given by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India, and side by side various guidelines issued by the Health Ministry or Government of Assam. So follow all these guidelines and keep yourself safe and stay at home. Thank you.